Hi, my name is John Pijanowski, and this video is simply to introduce you to our education law class. We won't be able to meet obviously in person today because of our snow day, but I've put some resources online that'll help you get started so we won't lose any ground this semester. The first thing I'm asking you to do is simply familiarize yourself with the website. So as you look through the website, you'll see that there are several hot links with resources to help you with your reading, writing, finding of legal materials. As well as a syllabus that has a course outline and several of the readings that we'll be doing in class. Now, as you go through that syllabus, if you already went through it before today, and particularly if you printed out the syllabus for a reference, I want you to know that I went through just today and I did a little bit of cleanup on some of the readings, particularly the chapter numbers, making sure that they're in line with the new edition of the book, and I included chapter titles along with those numbers as sort of a check so that you can make sure that they line up and the readings make sense before you invest the time in them. So I just want you to know that I did go through and make some updates and clean up of the syllabus and making sure all the links work and all that kind of stuff. So again, if you're working off of an old version of it, make sure that you're looking at the new version. We should be able to sort of stay up to speed with our readings heading into next week. And the one thing I really want you to do interactively today is to get onto the discussion board. So I've provided some directions for how to reach our discussion board and to register for it. Once you register or send a request to join, I'll have to accept it. So there'll be a little bit of a lag until I get your email. But once you're accepted, you should join and look at the first post I'm asking you to engage in today, which is the introductions. And when you see my directions in the introductions thread, just simply hit reply, post your own introduction there, and after the time frame that I've put in the instructions for when you should post, then return and read what other people have written, and if there's some connections you can make with people or things that you'd like to say to others on the board, then feel free to do that and get a conversation going. We'll use the discussion board fairly regularly throughout the semester, and sometimes we won't meet in person. We'll meet online, and that'll be our primary way of interacting with each other that week. In other cases, we'll simply use it as a supplement to continue some of the dialogue that we've started in class, to extend some critical questions that could use a little bit more time and perhaps a little bit more opportunity to step back from the moment in class and think about how you might extend your ideas and perhaps clarify them. So this law class is not just a theoretical law class. It's designed for practicing educators. And so when you're doing the readings and when you're engaging in dialogue with each other, I want you to make sure that you're always taking what we're reading in the case law, what you're reading in your law textbook, and thinking about what that means for a practitioner in the field, how they would interpret that in the moment, and not just the legal issues, but the leadership issues that are often wrapped up within them. So I think that we're off to a good start, even though we're not going to be able to meet today. If you familiarize yourself with the syllabus and get started on the readings for next week, we shouldn't miss a step. The one thing I'll ask you to do is, as you're reading the syllabus, or you're involved in the readings for next week or this week, don't necessarily feel like you have to wait until next week to ask questions. Feel free to join the discussion board at any time to start a new thread, make a new post, and ask your question. And if other people see a question asked by a fellow student and you have an answer, don't wait for me necessarily to jump in. Jump right in with your own ideas. And then when I see them, I'll jump in and try to help you as best I can. But I'd like you can always use my email if you want to contact me directly, but if it's the kind of question you would ask in class, then please ask it in the discussion board so everybody can have the benefit of your question and of the answers that the group provides. So with that, I hope that you'll all stay as warm and safe as you can today on this snowy Arkansas day, and I'm looking forward to meeting you all online this week and in person next week.